If you enjoy our original content, please consider becoming a supporter on Anchor so that we can continue to bring you laughs every week.
The following program may contain immature situations, themes, and is intended for an adult audience. The opinions expressed here do not necessarily reflect the views of everyone else working on the show. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome to the Danny McDermott Show. How was it, Kevin? Was it perfect? Was it?
That was beautiful. In fact, I
Was there
needed
enough?
to compose myself after seeing it.
Was there enough drama? Did you feel the pain?
I did. It just felt like
You're not watching my pain, Kevin.
no, I feel it.
Oh, dude, my son is here.
That is awesome.
Yes, it is. It is. And he's actually making an effort to stay off his phone
Nice.
for, at least 5 minutes out of the day.
I was just
at
going to say,
least.
what's the over-under?
No, we've been having a lot of fun. I'll tell you, man. Isn't fatherhood great?
It's spectacular, and your boy's always been a good kid.
He really, I don't know what happened.
Apparently, it skips a generation.
Apparently. I mean, man. He's nothing like me, but he's everything like me. It's crazy. Anyway, so it's April Fool's Eve.
Nice.
Or is this an April Fool's joke? Is it, Kevin? Are you?
No,
it's
okay. Legitimately April Fool's Eve.
Okay, just want to make sure. So now we got to go through this stuff. So it's also Bunsen Burner Day, National Clam on the Half Shell Day. Yeah, I bet there's some big enthusiasts about that. Okay, you got to do this one, Kevin. Like if they ate humans and served us on half our house. How I don't know how to deliver that, Kevin.
Well,
I'm sorry. I tried. I've read over it several times, and I just don't know how to deliver that one.
do you know how to erase them? Because that works too.
National Crayon Day, World Backup Day. What the hell is World Backup Day? Where you walk backwards or you back up your phone, or what the hell is that?
That's before April Fools.
I'm not backing up into any April Fool. I'm not doing it.
Back up your computer and your cloud storage.
Did you know how April Fool's started, Kevin?
I have theories.
You have theories. Well, let's hear a theory. I want to hear a theory. If you have to make it up, then don't offer, Kevin.
I think the king executed his previous jester on March 31st. And
I like that guy.
The guy that took his place was April Fool's.
Was he funnier than you?
Everybody is funnier than me. That blank area above my head, slightly funnier than me.
Well, I think we see your full head tonight, don't we?
It's in attendance.
We actually see your full head. That's amazing. That's a very for those of you who don't watch the show all the time, it's a very rare thing to see Kevin's entire skull because he can't get the green screen right.
Well, let's celebrate.
You did it, man. You look good. You look better than me. You better change it back.
2/3 of a head or none at all.
So, no, the original reason it happened was because they changed the beginning of the year from April to January. And the people who did not realize or forgot or didn't know and started to call the new year April 1st, they were April Fools because they didn't hear the news that the year changed to January 1st. How about that, Kevin? Huh? I did some learning.
I thought the calendar was 10 months, and they added that Julius Caesar and Augustus Caesar added July and August.
Kevin, you know what? I'm not going to debate the article.
Okay.
Okay. That's what I read, and that's what we're going with. Okay.
So it should
this
be
is my show. So, I'm just kidding, Kevin. You're fired.
Well, that's why October. Oct is a prefix for 8, but it's the 10th month. All the signs point to that story being bullshit, Danny. I'm sorry.
All right, Kevin, we're going to have to fight this out later.
That's how you handle April Fools. You debunk bullshit.
Well, stop it.
What?
I'm kidding. I'd like to spread more misinformation, Kevin. That's one thing I think our society's missing is misinformation. I really do. I really don't think we have enough of that.
All right. So when you encounter a snake in the wild, red, yellow, black, stay the hell black. Red, black, and yellow. What a nice fellow. Do not listen to that. I made that up.
All right, you're making up nursery rhymes now. I'm skipping the rest of the monologue.
Things that could kill people.
I'm skipping the rest of the monologue. That's it. All right, we're gonna bring up our guest. Well, let's do it, Kevin. Come on. Ready?
Did you skip the good part of the monologue?
Did I? All right, let me look.
I don't know.
Which wait. A day for World Backup Day. Okay. Which one? Which part? National Prom Day, National Tater Day, National Little Red Wagon Day?
No, but I wrote a theory about April Fools.
All right. Manatee Appreciation Day. So that's for you, Kevin. I'm busting on you. Now, wait, what was the theory for April Fools? Where is it? Oh, you got to say it. That's your theory.
My theory for April Fools is it started off where somebody could not handle rejection. They asked somebody out on a date. The person said no. And they're like, you thought I was serious? April Fools.
Nice. See, that's why you got to deliver that, Kevin. That was your joke. I would have horribly killed it. It would have been awful. Let's bring our guest on the show, folks. I'm very excited about this gentleman. He played Jeff Barnes on 5 seasons of NBC's Chuck, the Russian landlord, Mr. Belyakov on Togetherness, Maron, Transformers 3, Dark of the Moon, and several indie films. Please welcome Scott Krinsky, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it. Yes. Where is he? There he is. Wait, nope. I don't see him. Do you see him, Kevin?
I see him in a circle.
Are you there, Scott?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but we can't see you.
There you go.
Why is my...
April Fools?
There you go. I was expecting to hear glass shatter and a knife.
It's also National Potato Day. That's why my name is Tater this week.
Oh, there we go. Scott, welcome. Oh, now we can't hear him.
There you go.
We got to unmute him. He's muted somehow. Hold on. No, he's not. Scott, you're not muted. It's got to be your microphone, my friend. Everything was perfect a second ago, Scott.
I know. How's that?
There we
now
go.
am I here?
That's perfect.
There we go.
Yeah, I didn't know. My camera turned off, and I didn't know if that was a behind the scene. This is an April Fool's Eve.
Hey, listen, you look good. I like your background and your lighting. Everything's great. This is good.
Yeah, I'm just.
We don't always get this with a guest.
This is green screen. This is I'm trying to
really
look like I'm in a home. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're a low key guy. You don't want.
Yeah, I'm low key.
You don't want to brag. You don't want to brag about your green screen pictures.
Yeah. You guys are in New York and like Hawaii or somewhere.
I'm in the Hawaii section of Staten Island, New York.
Yeah, I just got out of bed from my afternoon nap, and no, it's funny. Like the camera was perfect, right? We did a test, and then I'm sitting here, and I thought it was part of the. I thought this was a joke. I thought.
Did you really?
I was like, why is my camera not working all of a sudden? I use fucking Zoom, all the time, and now
Scott,
right when you're bringing me on.
Scott, there's no show. April Fools.
Oh, cool. No. Go back to bed. I would have taken a longer nap. No, I'm kidding.
It's good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, you too, man.
I haven't seen you in a long time. When's
the last probably before the holidays, before the pandemic started. So probably sometime in the fall of 2019. Wait, would that be?
Was that at my show? One of my shows? Was that on the?
Yeah.
That was probably doing comedy, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have to take. That's okay. That's okay. We're like for 5 or 10 minutes, we're both like, well, let's see. Was that? Hold on. That was the fourth. How many minutes since? Anyway,
fall 2019, because 2020 is a blur. I'm trying to remember. Okay, the whole pandemic was basically 2020.
Yeah.
So it's like this weird year, and you're like, well, wait, what was the year before that? Okay, that was 2019. So nothing much happened in 2020.
No.
Well, a lot of things happened.
Well, a lot of things happened that made things not happen.
A lot of people outgrew their pants.
And then a lot of other things happened.
A lot of people stopped wearing pants.
Well, that's why I'm predicting a pants boom when the economy reopens. The reconomy starts.
The reconomy. Is that your new word? I like that. Yeah. Reconomize.
Well, everybody's been talking about Bitcoin with me. Have you guys heard this?
Yeah.
All the Bitcoin stuff. I'm like, I have no idea. Anyway, we should be talking about you, Scott.
Yes, we should.
Come on, Kevin. What's with the ADD? Okay. How you doing?
I feel like I'm leaning. I feel like I'm the leaning tower. I've got to sit up straight.
I loved what you did in my reading, bro. Really.
Yeah.
He's on a ship.
That was fun. I am. I don't know why I'm leaning. I look like I'm leaning. Maybe it's my cash. There we go.
You got some people at home going,
the leaning tower. Yeah, your reading was fun. Let's get that movie made.
Yeah, we got to get that movie made, man. That was a fun reading.
It'd be really bad if you told me that you made it, And
April Fools.
April Fools.
I made it. April Fools. No, no, that was amazing. It was a lot of great people. Some of them are my heroes, and you were there. You crushed it, bro. So I'm excited. That was one of the times we got to know each other better, and then my shows and stuff like that. Now,
yeah.
But I saw you before you ever saw me because I love that series, Chuck.
Thank you.
I love that series, bro. Oh my God, you are amazing in that series.
Thank you.
Now tell me why did Jeffster break up? Just tell me.
Well, we kind of didn't.
So you guys are still playing out because
we're still playing. We're still playing. We're still playing. I mean, we're on hold. We're gonna make. It's gonna be like one of those bands where they make a big comeback 20 years later.
Dude, that would be seriously. I think you could actually get people to come out and see you.
I think we could too.
I think that's a cool thing you should do. For those of you who don't know, who haven't seen Chuck, he plays this character, Jeff, that's kind of a druggy, alcoholic, brain dead employee at the Buy More.
I will correct that in a minute.
Well, but the only reason he's brainless is because he's on the drugs. Because there's an episode when you get off all the stuff and you become super smart.
But do you remember what it was that I was on? We found out I was on.
Right.
It wasn't really a drug. Think about a car, something to do with a car.
Oh, exhaust. from the car.
Yes. Exhaust fumes from sleeping in my car, my van.
Yeah. So that like made you smarter? Is that what made you smarter?
No, that made me dumber and slower.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh,
Then
right.
when I got off, then when I got off the fumes,
that's right. That's right.
I got to use my real smart self.
Yeah, so he's a character who always sleeps in his car and is pretty much like insanely stupid because he sleeps in his car with the vapors and stuff like that. Yeah, but he's a great character, man. He's so freaking funny, man. And he was how many episodes did you do? How many you did? How many?
5 seasons, yeah, from the beginning to the end.
Yeah, and you were like the comic relief through all that. You really were.
I mean, the whole cast, but we had good chemistry. It was one of those magical kind of shows where everything just really, everything just mixed together perfectly. Great chemistry with everybody.
What was it like working with Zach? I've only met him once.
Great, yeah. I mean, awesome guy. Yeah, I mean, we had a great time, and it was really just a perfect experience. He's great. Sometimes I would only pop in, and work like with our storyline sometimes for 2 or 3 days, of an episode. So, and mostly in the store, because we were in like this store that was similar to like a Best Buy. So, so sometimes, my experience was a little different, because I didn't get out of the store as much, but sometimes we did. But we all had just great fun working on it. I just remember too, like, fun thing about working on a show that long is like holiday episodes and and all the craziness with all
right. Isn't that
doing
insane?
like holidays as your character, yeah.
That's incredible. You had such a successful show that you were having holiday episodes. That must have been how did that make you feel?
It's fun. Yeah. We always, when we had great
don't just be like a baseball player. Yeah, played a good game. Played a great game. Yeah,
well, we had great guests. We had great guest stars. We had amazing guest stars, and I can't even remember, like Linda Hamilton. I'm just going to name like some really. There's so many amazing.
Oh my God,
people.
John Larroquette.
Chevy Chase was on the show. I got to meet some really amazing people that as a kid, growing up or prior to Chuck, just people you're fans of, and then you're like, wow, I'm on a set with these people,
Yeah.
That was great too. And working at a place like Warner Brothers, I mean, just a dream come true. Every job is a dream come true, but that was definitely like a highlight so far.
Now, when you shoot episodes that are that long, how do they do the shooting schedule? Do they do it? They don't do it in order, do they, or do they?
Yeah. Well, what do you mean? The show, the season.
Yeah. Do they do it in order of the actual episode when they shoot, or how do they do it?
Yeah, they do. I mean, I know now, that we did shoot in order of the way they're going to air. I mean, occasionally maybe an episode got flipped or something. But now I know with COVID and stuff, shows that can do it are doing like block shooting. Do you know what that is?
No.
Where if they know that they're using this location for like 3 episodes and they've got all the scripts written, they're going to get everything shot while they have that location set up, things like that. So more efficient.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. So if you have scenes that are going to be in the same location, like if you leave and you come back later in this show, you want to shoot them all there while you're there.
Yeah, and especially with the pandemic, while people are tested, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, we shot in order, and it's great.
Now, you guys did a reading during COVID of an episode.
We did at the beginning. We did it was for charity, for I forget the name. One of the charities that collects food and money to give food to homeless and other people that need it, and that was at the beginning with Entertainment Weekly. Yeah, we got together.
That was pretty cool to see. I got to admit, all you guys just being yourselves and reading a script. It was really fun to watch.
Yeah, and it was fun because we hadn't all been. We were together virtually, but we hadn't all been together like that. And
did you guys have a virtual? Did you guys have a virtual after party where you just all hung out?
Yeah, I guess for a little bit. Yeah, we hung out, and we got on, early too. I think before we started, we had a little pre-party.
Okay. Oh, really? That's cool.
And I think, it's interesting because that was in the beginning, sort of in the beginning of the pandemic, May, I guess. So, it's just, you're still getting used to all this virtual stuff that seems so kind of normal now.
Right. It's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah. Right. It's been a year.
Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been a long time, especially for people who are used to working with people, acting wise and artistically, and being in front of an audience, and it's a big change for us, Yeah. So, have you done any more comedy lately? By the way, he does stand-up comedy as well, folks. So, have you done any comedy lately?
I have not done a lot. I mean, hopefully, going to start dipping back into it. I've spent a lot of time working on I'm painting and drawing, so I've been taking classes and working on that part of my life right now for a lot. I spent taking a lot of drawing classes and doing that over the pandemic.
That's cool. Yeah, I think we're all trying to
stuck at home.
Well, we're all trying to do some. Have you done any of the other talk shows or shows that are online?
A little bit, yeah. I did. I did play readings. I did some play readings. I did some other kinds of screenplay readings and things like that. So I've done that to keep busy. But there's nothing like the live audience for anything. Right.
No, but you still gotta try to create, which is why Kevin and I have started to create TikToks. And
you're TikToking away.
We're trying to TikTok. In fact, you've been nominated to be a judge tonight.
Okay.
For our TikToks.
I am
Kevin.
the champion.
What were the?
I just want to point that out that we have a champion, and his name is me.
Okay. All right. Calm down. You were lucky. The green screen. You didn't know that green screen was going to go green and back to the picture. You didn't know. That was the funniest thing about it. So you're going to judge our TikToks now.
There's a lip sync, an advice, and then using an effect. Those are the three categories.
Okay.
All right. There you go.
And now for the Intergalactic TikTok Champion of the Universe contest.
Okay, do a TikTok, Kevin. How does it work? We got to dance? I take my career very seriously, and one of the things people have been telling me to do is to do TikToks. So I would never do anything to embarrass myself. So I'm having my son help me with this TikTok. I'm sure he's going to be very respectful and not make me. Shane, where's my son? Where is he? Shane!
Well, you're in Times Square. How can he hear you?
True.
I've got a very loud voice to my son, apparently.
But there's nobody else in Times Square.
All right, let's see Kevin's now.
Now from the top, make it drop. That's some wet. Now get a bucket and a mop. That's some wet. I'm talking wop. Now from the.
Well, I gotta be honest. I'm a big fan of Megan Thee Stallion, and he's got a cat and an animal.
Wait a minute.
So I'm sorry. I know it's your show, but I gotta go with Tater on this one.
Mine is so much funnier.
You can never beat animals.
Oh man, that wasn't an animal. That was Kevin with his mouth in a picture.
And he's,
no cajoling.
Fine. Look, I'm not a poor sport. Congratulations on that one, Kevin.
I'll never.
There's two more, Danny. So,
all right, let's see the next one. Wait, play Kevin's first this time.
Okay.
It was a lip sync.
This is the best advice you could ever have about going to the public restroom. When you go to the public restroom,
Order.
Wait. No, that was the lip sync one. Right?
Okay, that one definitely goes to Danny.
Yes.
Right. So it's
Yes.
a tie.
And his teeth. I want to know who your dentist is.
All right, Danny. All the
Taters
marbles
made me
rest on
hungry.
this one.
And yeah.
All right, here we go. Number 3.
this is the best advice you could ever have about going to the public restroom. When you go to the public restroom, you go in as strangers and you come out as friends. So I don't know what you got to do in there to do that, but you got to do it. It's the law.
The bathroom is not a social place. Your friends are the soap, the paper towels, and the sentence, I will see you outside. Thank you.
Wait a minute, Kevin, you saw my TikTok, dude. What are you're supposed to not look at them until the contest.
Scott, do we have a winner?
Wait, hold on a second. Okay,
All right.
First of all, the sign in the video was backwards. Okay, and that wasn't my fault. It was the way my camera took the picture. It said, walk in as friends, come out as strangers. I just want to qualify.
What was the concept?
Before now, you know what? Susanna, play the video again. I want that. Now that that's in your head, watch my video again, and then watch Kevin's again. Watch mine again.
This is the best advice you could ever have about going to the public restroom. When you go to the public restroom, you go in as strangers and you come out as friends. So I don't know what you got to do in there to do that, but you got to do it. It's the law.
Okay, now play Kevin's.
The bathroom is not a social place. Your friends are the soap, the paper towels, and the sentence, I will see you outside. Thank you.
See, obviously, he had to see my TikTok. You're disqualified.
I'm also not dancing around the concept of a glory hole.
I wasn't. Hey, this is a family show, Kevin. How many times I got to tell you that?
Scott,
Bad, Kevin. Bad.
do we have a winner?
I'm going to go with Danny again on that one.
Oh, thank God. Thank you, God. I'd like to.
Tastes like victory.
Yes.
Now, would you have gone with Danny if he didn't badger you for 20 minutes?
He was wearing his mask, and and I loved his hair in it.
It was perfect, right?
I
I had 2 makeup ladies. No.
All right, Danny. Next week, the gloves are off, and you're going down.
Yeah, right. Anyway. I love this. This is fun, right? We get the next time you can be in it, Scott.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do a TikTok.
Do you do karaoke?
I do badly. I cannot sing.
But you do it anyway.
I know I sound like I have a great deep voice, but no, I do karaoke, and it doesn't make me sound better.
So you just do it to inflict pain.
Yeah, I just lost my earpiece. I do it to inflict pain. Because you're supposed to sound better with karaoke, right? It's supposed to make you sound better. It doesn't do that for me.
That'd be funny if you had someone who was a karaoke host with auto-tune. So everybody who sang sounded amazing.
Still wouldn't work for me. In fact, if I tried to sing country music, people would switch countries.
Do you like country music?
I do not. I like old school.
Not only is your voice horrible, but your heart wouldn't be in it.
Well, I mean, maybe there's some old Hank Williams Sr. that's pretty cool. Glenn Campbell was a talented guy, but beyond that, nothing in the last 50 years.
He likes country. If you like those songs, you like country.
He likes Megan Thee Stallion. I did. I wasn't a country person, and then over the years, I've just found myself getting into it more. Yeah. I'm slowly getting more into country.
Yeah, I like it too. I do. I like it a lot. I don't think but I sing classic rock. What do you sing when you do karaoke?
Probably classic rock. Yeah, I love like 70s stuff. Like Eagles, maybe some Genesis.
I told my son
some Queen.
I was talking to my son. It's funny you said the Eagles. I was talking to my son, and we're in the car, and I'm like, this is the Eagles. He goes, the what? I go, the Eagles. They're a legendary band. He goes, you say every band's legendary, Dad. I'm like, that's because I only listen to legendary bands, son.
But I like to try to do rap sometimes. I like to, challenge myself and do a rap song. What you realize it's really hard. I mean, that's fast. That's fast talking.
Do you know any rap off the top of your head?
Not off the top of my head. I'd have to see the lyrics.
Damn.
I know, like the chorus. The chorus.
Yeah, I'm old school. I could probably do 7 hours worth of rap that I know.
Really?
Yeah.
You can do rap.
I most unquestionably could. Now, Peter Piper picked peppers, but Run Rock Rhymes. Humpty Dumpty fell down. This is hard times. I know the words.
Okay.
I'm sitting.
All right.
It doesn't work from a seated position.
I was going to say.
Yeah, no energy. No energy.
Some early hip hop.
I don't know if I want to see the energy, Kevin. I don't know if I want to see it.
I don't blame you. You might be a convert.
You're right. So, Scott, what are you working on now? You're working on a lot of different projects.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, come on.
No, I did.
You expect me to do research on this show?
I'm so busy right now.
I'm kidding. I've looked at
I did do a film right at the beginning of the pandemic. We finished it right as the pandemic was starting. And so it's called Bed and Breakfast, a cool little indie flick. So looking forward to that getting out there. And
what's your character in that?
I play a dad and a movie director.
Okay.
Kind of like you, Danny. Now that I think about it.
Wait a minute. Did you write this? Are you
no, I
stalking
didn't.
Me right now?
It's a sweet comedy, but I get to play a dad and I don't get to play like some drugged out dude, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, right.
Play someone just kind of, little.
Is that
together.
what everybody asked you? Is that what everybody asked you to do after they saw you in that series?
Yeah, I play really weird guys, and but the problem is, sometimes it's like you're not weird enough, or you're too. It's like, what level of weirdness do you want?
Right. Well, if they're boarded up windows, you don't want to go farther than, maybe the sweater.
But no, there's some things that maybe happen in the summer, waiting to hear on. So, like you said, it's all good. Everything happens when it's time.
No, I've been a fan of yours before I met you. And then you were such a professional, and you did that video afterwards. Just to like say the movie was good and stuff like that, and we cut that up, and that looked nice. Did I ever show you that?
Yes, yeah, and
Okay,
that is it. And it was a great. Your script is great, man. I got to get that thing going. It really.
I know.
It honestly was a good read, good script.
I've been working on it. Believe me, I've been working on it. I've been working hard. It's just the money, right? That's how this business is.
And I hear that the indie film world really got hit the hardest with the pandemic.
Yeah. But I think they're coming back now. I think it's actually because I did my own videos here, living in Corona, and about a guy who was losing his mind and developing split personalities because of quarantine. You know what I mean? So you got to work.
That was a video? Like, was that real?
It was real.
The documentary.
Oh.
It's a documentary, exactly. That's what it is, exactly. But I actually filmed it kind of like a mockumentary. And I actually learned how to put 6 of me in the same room and talk to each other.
Oh, yeah, I've seen, yeah.
That was really hard to do, man. That was really. Have you ever done any editing? Do you?
A little bit of light editing, but nothing heavy like six of me in one space. No,
but you're working
that's
on
a lot.
It's not quite as hard as it sounds, but it is a lot of work. But you've been working on. You got a couple of your friends. You've been shooting some stuff, episodic. I saw a couple of the episodes, and I'm sorry, it's evading me the name of it.
Oh, like Smothered. I did this thing.
Yes,
with, Jason Stewart, really funny web series that he created, and it's actually very, very funny, I have to say. And I play like a therapist in that, and the moderator.
Jason,
and
Jason was on the show here.
Yes, I heard he was. Yeah,
he was great. He's a very funny dude.
Yeah,
very funny dude. So you guys are buddies too, right?
Yeah, we're friends. I've known him a long time from just the stand-up world. Yeah, he's been around. Jason's been.
I think I met you through Bill, right?
Bill Parks.
He's gonna kill him. Yes, Bill Parks.
Bill Parks. Yeah.
He's done a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, Bill's done a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you came to watch him perform on the show that night, and you were amongst his friends that were coming. And then
was he doing music?
No, doing comedy.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. No, he wasn't doing it. He came for someone else. He used to do stand-up though. That's why I keep thinking it was him doing the stand-up. But how long had you guys known each other?
I've probably known Bill for, probably over 10 years. Yeah, I mean, at least like the mid-2000s, I guess. And you guys knew each other in New York.
Yeah, me and Kevin have known each other how long, Kevin?
20? Probably 20, 22 years. Too long. That's why after the show, it's over, Danny.
Yeah, me too. Now that you say it that way, I feel the same. I really do.
We're always on the same page. What would be your dream job, Scott? If you could pick any particular next job gig, what would it be?
Probably, so not a hobby, but a job. A chef.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Because I love to cook. I almost went to culinary school. I went to college, but I was almost going to go to culinary school. And I just need to do something creative. And I feel like cooking is creative.
That's probably my number 2 creative outlet. Number 1, if you ask Danny.
I bet you make Italian food, right?
I do a lot of Italian food, as Irish as I am.
You're Irish?
I am.
Wow, I feel like
Kevin
you're
Fitzgerald.
giving me these Italian vibes. So I get it, though. Yeah.
I'm from Brooklyn, so
Daniel Patrick McDermott, Kevin Fitzgerald.
Yeah,
this is a very Irish hosted show.
But
I've never been to Ireland. I got to go to Ireland.
It's a beautiful country. First generation. Both of my parents were born there.
Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah. So you got dual citizenship then?
I do not.
You can get it. I
can.
So you can totally.
So can my kids.
Yeah, you should get it.
I might.
Do it. Get out of here.
And Danny, you're Irish. Danny's Irish, obviously. Yeah.
He is.
Both sides of my family. What about you?
I'm Russian.
Yeah, really?
But we came over here in the late 1800s, like the 1890s. So,
wow, you look
Russian,
great.
3 generations.
You look great for your age. That must have been a memory.
Yeah. It's just funny. I just got approached by this Russian guy on the street here in LA. I was having lunch outside, and he came up to me and he was like, asked me if I was Russian, and he's like, you, and I said yes, but not, I was born here, but he's like, you look like all the people from where I'm from, he's like, and then I said, well, my family's from this region, and it was exactly where he's from. So he's like,
wow.
He said, I just look like everybody back home.
Wow, that's incredible, man.
It was just weird. You know how because if you think about it, that's the thing about traveling around the world. You know, you come to America and everybody looks like from everywhere
Americans.
else, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
But we all came here from somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know, you'll go to a country, in certain countries, there's a predominant looking type of person. You know, if you go to Ireland, there's a lot of people that look Irish, and like go to this country. But then you come here, and you know, then we got everything, and that's what's kind of cool about America.
No, but that's cool that like you can go to another country and they will tell you they're from there, and they'll tell you you look like you're from here. You know, I've had that happen too. Yeah,
because we are like we're all from somewhere else. You know,
the McDermotts, my family, the McDermotts, they all look like McDermotts. I mean, you know what I mean? You can literally tell they're McDermotts. Like, it's obvious. You know what I mean?
I always tell my cousins from Ireland that if they take me out to an Irish bar, within a half an hour, people would be like, all right, who brought the douchebag?
Oh, my God. So
did you ever see that film, Brooklyn? You ever heard that film, Brooklyn?
Yes.
No.
It was out for you?
Yes.
Actually, I've heard of it.
And my mother was an Irish immigrant to Brooklyn. My father was the Bronx. But it's one of those that almost you have to watch if you're an immigrant in that time and era.
Because what's cool about that film is you watch it and you realize like that it's like takes place in the, I guess, the 30s or the 40s, and you think like the way that couple met in that film, like that's how so many people, you know, like, oh, your mom's side is Irish, your dad's side's Italian, and that it all started back then in New York when all these immigrants were coming to America from all these other countries. And that's why, you know, you think about it, we're all like so many people are like this side of my family is this, that side of my family is that, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome actually, you know? It's kind of cool. So anyway, we do have another segment coming on. I just wanted to notify everybody that we do have a segment called Ask Anthony coming up. And we're going to start doing a thing, folks. I just want to let you know we're thinking about it, Kevin, right? After party. We're thinking about having a show after the show where everybody just hangs out and chats, kind of like we're doing a little bit more this episode than other episodes. So we might be doing that. So that's something to look forward to. Scott, where can people find you?
Well, find me anywhere on social media. You can find me. That's where you'll find me right now, or on the streets of LA.
Do you have anything people can buy?
Buy?
I'm just trying to make you money. So if you're selling anything, I'm trying to help.
Nothing.
I think we need to do a cookbook, Scott.
My cookbook's coming out. No, I'm going to be selling some art someday. Keep an eye out.
Are you?
Keep an eye out for that. Yeah.
Is that your art behind you right there, or no?
That is one of my paintings. Yeah.
Is it really?
It's
that's beautiful.
Like you know, children of the corn, you know, cornfields. I don't know how good it looks.
Wait, so you're trying to now you want to make it creepy? I just thought it was beautiful. You said the
children
of the corn.
It is. Well, there's people. If you look at it, I mean, you can deduce whatever you want from it, but it is one of my paintings. Yeah,
that's cool. Very cool. How many paintings do you have up around your place?
There's a lot, like 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how long have you been painting?
Well, a lot more lately. You know, I was painting when I was a kid, and then over the last 10, 15 years, I've been doing more painting, more drawing, you know.
That's always an awesome story when a childhood interest kind of comes back with a vengeance in adulthood. It's kind of like full circle.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Kevin, you're fired.
I'm going to be eating crayons later.
Wait. You're fired.
That's an outrage.
All right. Listen, Scott, we want you to stay on. You're a great guest and hang out after too. We're going to bring on our next segment. Boom.
Spotlight on Dudley Moore.
Hello, everybody. How you doing?
I'm so excited about this one.
What's up, Scott?
No, really.
Hey, Mondo Video.
Right. Tater, how's life?
Who?
Tater, how's life?
Ah,
Yes.
I see. I missed that cue. It is well.
Good.
I'm just settling into my tater skin.
Just getting my camera cues down. Don't mind this. Limp Neon. We're doing a little construction in all Mondo Video, so it is what it is.
I don't even see it. It looks great. It looks great.
Are you kidding me?
It looks like that's the fire exit. Like in the event of a fire, go right in between right there and you'll be escorted to safety.
Absolutely. I want to let you all know this is like the first segment of Ask Anthony that we've done a spin-off of. So instead of just spotlighting movie genres like, hey, spring break movies, check it out. Sex comedies, check it out. We're going to spotlight actors, because there's, you can go from Madeline Kahn to tonight Dudley Moore, and you can go here and there. There's so many people to deep dive in. So it's a little weird because I feel like this is like an oral report, and that was like my worst fears in school. So we're just going to get into it. So I have my bullet points over here, and then I just have my natural Dudley Moore knowledge. So we're just going to get into it. Okay? So
sounds good, bud.
Bear with me, and we're going to just steamroll right through this in honor of Dudley Moore, because he actually just passed the anniversary of his passing is March 27th, 2002. So that was just a few days ago. The dude was born April 19th, 1935. And everybody knows that he was a man of short stature. Okay.
He was a tiny guy.
He was 5'2". On his best day, God bless him. But he was born to a working class family in England, and he was born with a club foot. So he had numerous operations, and he was actually bullied quite a bit. And that's what helped his comedic side, because I guess he got tired of it one day and he made a joke, and it was infectious. And he if you can't beat him or kill him with kindness or comedy. And that's what he did. And he did it very well. But the thing is, his mom bought him a piano at a very early age. And apparently he just took to it. He was very proficient in the piano and violin. Okay. So anytime you watch a Dudley Moore movie and he gets on a piano, that's not an accident. He is probably 95% playing at any given time.
Incredible musician.
Absolutely. Jazz and classical, he was very proficient in. And I think that's like the most underrated side of Dudley Moore. Because when we think of him as just like a fun actor. So he basically, I got some notes over here I'm going to refer to real quick. I actually got a scholarship to Oxford, okay, for an organ scholarship. And he took it upon himself to go down that path. And the fact that he was from a working class family and he was kind of out of step with the Oxford crowd, these are like 6 foot something, well-to-do individuals. He actually found refuge in a basement jazz club, actually in the student union. And it's there where he kind of formed his posse. And this is where the story begins of his career. The first thing he got into was called Beyond the Fringe. As you can see, this was a super satirical comedy review that he would do with his pals that actually kicked off the whole satirical situation of the 60s in England and beyond. It actually doesn't get a lot of credit. And from there, I think we have a few more photos from this era of his life.
Looks like Al Gore.
Yeah. So that's the troupe, the posse, if you will, of the comedic troupe.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. From there, he did, I think it was not only, but also. Yes. So initially he was given this talk show, and it was just going to be not only Dudley Moore, but also a guest. But he didn't feel that he had the talk show presence. So he actually brought Peter Cook in, who was also his partner in Beyond the Fringe.
Oh, is that why Danny brought Tater in? Yeah.
That's exactly. I was waiting for Kevin. I was waiting for Kevin to say it, but you beat it too.
Actually, I got the job by the fact that I'm 5 feet 7 inches tall.
Oh, that's great. By the way, I welcome interjections because it's like having your friends in class chime in on your oral report, because that's how I feel like this is. So, but anyway, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. The teacher's right here judging me. Just kidding.
Well,
So
you know
anyway,
what it was? You know what it was? We were so entranced with the story.
God bless you.
I'm not kidding you. I'm a huge fan of Dudley Moore. I'm a huge fan of the guy, and just to hear this information is amazing to me. So continue.
Thank you, sir.
No pressure.
No pressure. I'm not sure if we have any more archival photos from this period of his life, but basically that was the highlight of his kind of England, London career, if you will. There you go. But basically, he wanted to branch out and take America by storm, and to see if he can, make a splash. And he did he did some film and TV work here and there, but it was Foul Play that really got him going. And I think yes, exactly. So this is one of the
wow.
This is a scene-stealing moment in the movie. Now, everybody knows Chevy Chase left SNL to do Foul Play, and it's a fantastic movie if anybody's not seen it that's watching. And it's a great piece of work by Goldie and Chevy. But I got to tell you, Dudley Moore steals the scene, steals the show. He's got this one little moment, basically. It's like almost maybe 10 minutes, where Goldie Hawn's trying to evade somebody chasing her. So she dips into a club, and he's sitting by himself. And I'm sure you've all seen it. Basically, she just wants to get to safety. So he takes her to his apartment, and it's basically a sex trap. And behind hidden walls and doors, the sex shit just gets revealed, and it's like the most funny, almost slapstick, like sight gag.
And he's trying to hide it.
Oh yeah, and it's just like total mechanics and hydraulics. It really, I gotta say, it steals the entire movie away from Goldie and Chevy. But,
it's hysterical. It's hysterical.
Yeah, but because of that cameo that he did, if you will, it got the attention of Blake Edwards.
Oh, wow.
10.
Wow.
Yes, and everyone's seen this, I imagine?
Yes.
This was his big break. This was his big movie.
Yes, leading man.
Of course, Bo Derek helped.
Yes. Absolutely.
I had that hairstyle myself.
Nice.
I hope you mean Dudley Moore.
You know what? Maybe for a TikTok, you should bring it back.
Naked on a horse. I'll do it.
Is that Bolero?
Please, no. Stop.
So
just getting out of control.
10 was it's an interesting and super fun flick. It's funny because when I was kind of reviewing it again, from the eyes of doing this, I realized that Blake Edwards always wants to make the protagonist likable, even though they're usually cheating. So it's kind of interesting. I'm not talking about all his works, but if you think about, like, you got 10, what's the other one? You got Skin Deep. There's another one, Mickey and Maude.
Wow, you're right. I never thought of that, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying I noticed a common through line.
Did you ever see The Party? The Party
with Peter Sellers? Yeah.
Like it. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, underrated movie right there. And I'm not saying that's, how dare he for doing that. I'm just saying it's a kind of a tightrope. It's a fine balance to make unsympathetic character likable.
It is. It is.
Or to find sympathy in somebody who's damaged.
You hear that, Kevin? You hear that?
Fuck you. How'd I do?
So you did well, goddammit. So I got to tell you, I'm going to do a sidestep to Bo Derek. Okay, this movie, obviously, this is the most iconic sequence when she's jogging and he's jogging towards her. Of course, it's a figment of his imagination. Spoiler alert.
Well, I got to chime in here.
Yeah.
Bo Derek guest starred on an episode of Chuck. I got to work with Bo Derek.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right.
Man. Very cool. Very cool.
She was with Grimes. She was with Grimes.
Yes, exactly.
She was after him, boy. Yeah,
so,
that was good.
Side note, we had I do animation for South Park, and we had a wrap party at the Marriott Glow, the lounge in Marina Del Rey. I don't know if it's the same title now. And they were shooting Chuck there. This is probably over 10 years ago, maybe, or about 10 years ago. And Zach Levi, crashed the party. The nicest guy, super fun. I mean, at least my experience, he was super awesome. So my experience with Chuck, aside from enjoying the show, Zach was a super stand-up guy, and yeah, we had awesome time. The end. That's
He
all.
was. I met him once. I was working as a temp at this financial building, and I was walking out, and he's tall too, by the way.
He is.
Yeah. And I met him. I talked to him for a couple of minutes because I knew a friend of his, David Moscow, and we had David Moscow tell me a funny story about Zach that I'm not going to say it on the show.
Is that Moscow, like the guy from Big?
It's not embarrassing or anything, but it's just not my story.
Is that the actor from Big?
Yes.
Thought it was.
Yes. Wow. Holy cow. You knew that? That's crazy.
I got a bunch of fucking movies here. I better know something.
Yeah. He's
wow.
The video.
Look, customers have questions.
Video store.
Yeah. David was the young Tom Hanks in Big. And I met him at a screenwriting class at Columbia University. We were both in the same. Huh?
Was it Josh? Josh?
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Yeah. So anyway, we're off track.
No. What was fun is Zach was rocking his Chuck uniform while we were all hanging out. So it was like, this is great. Yeah. So, all right, moving forward. I will say, though, photographically, to sidestep, in terms of, and this is a Dudley Moore tribute, but in terms of 10, I don't know in recent memory how well somebody has been photographed, but Bo Derek. I mean, the photography in that film for her is almost like stunning. You know, like they really did a great, whoever the DP is, I should have gotten I should have done my homework on that regard. They really did a hell of a job. So just shout out to that. The end.
No,
that's all.
I 100% agree.
She actually captured that era as well as any actress in any era. That 10 for a while, that beaded hair or braided or whatever the hell you call it. It was everywhere, and
she became an icon.
100%.
100%, and off of that movie.
Yep, that show made her the most popular actress in the world.
Oh,
really, pretty much.
I mean, I was a fetus then. I was like 2, but man, I've relived.
Oh yeah.
I relived that. Yeah, you weren't born yet. You were born when Speed came out.
Me too.
In '94, per other episodes.
I was a very I was an embryo, actually.
Yes. Danny is forever young. So I'm going to let this next movie go to Danny. This is Holy Moses, and I have to admit, I've never seen this movie. Actually, I had to harken back, and I realized I don't think I've ever seen it. So please take this one, bud.
Okay, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but this movie, when I was a kid, I was a big fan of Jerry Lewis. I was a big fan of Dudley Moore, and when this movie came out and I watched it, it blew my mind because I was raised Catholic, and so we knew the story of Jesus and Moses and all this stuff, and this movie is about the guy that thinks he's supposed to be doing Moses's job. But he's right behind Moses, and he doesn't get there in time to do anything. And he still believes he's being sent by the Lord. And that's Dudley Moore. And it's just, it blew my mind. The comedy, I could not contain the laughter.
Who directed that? Is that Blake Edwards too? Or
this one's not, but I don't know who directed this one. I mean, I'm like literally leering into the font there. I actually don't know. So I have failed you, sir. I have failed you. I feel like the concept is familiar, so maybe I saw it maybe as a kid. Gary Weiss, writer Guy Thomas. So Gary Weiss, I have a feeling he's done some other work.
Watch it again because I want to remember the exact comedic sequences that made me laugh, but I just can't. I don't want to try it and then mess it up. I haven't seen it in a while.
Sure.
Because I respect it way too much.
By the way, thank you, Susanna, for the specs on the movie because I didn't have it. So the next one is, and I've said this before in other segments, is my favorite Dudley Moore film, and it's hands down, in my opinion, his best piece of work. And it's funny, I started doing a deep dive just before I decided to do this segment on Dudley Moore movies because there was a few that I hadn't seen. I would say a couple that I hadn't seen besides Holy Moses that I started watching. And I started realizing upon reviewing a lot of these that we kind of get Dudley Moore in a lot of these movies. He's almost playing himself if I knew the guy personally. Like there's a through line. You know, kind of like when we watch a Paul Rudd movie, we get a Paul Rudd movie. Like we feel like we're hanging out with an old pal, you know. And I'm not saying he doesn't have range, but personally, when Paul Rudd, if I can bring up Paul Rudd, makes a film, I want to hang out with Paul Rudd, or at least the one that I know of the last 15 years. Forgive my rambling, but Arthur, in my opinion, is his best piece of work.
100%.
Hands down.
That's a classic.
Hands down. So apparently his agent got the script, he was given it, and he was hounding his agent on getting this role. Like he wanted to do it. He would blow up his agent's phone. He needed to have this role. He was so taken by the script. And I believe the script was written and directed by Steve Gordon. And Steve unfortunately passed away about a year later. And this is probably one of the funniest scripts, in my opinion, next to The Jerk, ever.
But what made it great? What made it great was the underlying drama of the depression that he was in that made it freaking hilarious.
There you go. Nicely done. Nicely done. Yeah, absolutely. Steve Gordon, Dudley Moore. Yeah, so Steve Gordon died untimely. But yes, you're absolutely correct. And I got to say, Sir John Gielgud, I mean, just the relationship that he had, which was a father figure, Hobson, was just fantastic. And Liza was fantastic. Everything just finally came together just in a picture. But he needed to do this role. And what's interesting about this movie is it actually showcased, and even 10 showcased this, but he's actually a very fantastic physical comedian. I think he's an underrated, or he's looked upon underrated in that regard. Like usually when you think of physical comedians, you think of yesteryear, you think of like Chevy Chase, John Ritter, so on and so forth. We can keep going back. Yeah. But Dudley Moore was very physical in what he was doing. And at the time, he wasn't really a drinker at all. So the fact that he could nail it is uncanny.
For those of you who don't know, he played an alcoholic rich guy who was going to get cut off if he didn't change his ways.
Yes.
And he just didn't care. He played piano, he sang, he was actually very genuine and nice and hilarious, the one-liners, but when he got drunk, he was hysterical. Just hysterical. The way he fell over things, the way the one-liners that were zinging out of his mouth every 2 seconds, it was crazy.
Yeah, I've seen the movie probably 100 times, and for me, it still totally holds up. And I think it's really somebody who's interested in comedy in any regard. I think it's a study outside of just a good time. Yes. So there's Arthur. Totally love the movie. I think it's the highlight of his career. He's done some great work beyond that, but I think he knew it was a special piece of work that he had to be involved in. Yeah, and he totally elevated it. So there you go. So the next one I believe is I want to say romantic comedy. Oh, Mary Steenburgen and good old Dudley Moore. Has anybody seen this one?
This one I didn't see.
God, I don't think I have.
It's worth your while. It's worth your while. Dudley Moore's a playwright, a successful one, and he gets teamed up with another writer because his other partner leaves. And the other writer is Mary Steenburgen, who is quite young at this time. But she's the quintessential Mary Steenburgen that we all know, and she's great at it. And basically, they've got some flops in their career. They've got mostly hits, but there's a lot of sexual tension and just love tension in their partnership. He's married, and she's not. And it's that whole like push and pull throughout the whole like 10-year career that they have in this film. Yeah, and nicely done, nicely done. It's actually kind of a sweet movie, but it totally holds up. It's well worth your time. Totally watch it if you have a second. Romantic comedy. The End.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Not the end on the segment. The end on that. You know me.
Keep going, dude. I was gonna look at that was just an applause break.
Oh, God bless you. All right. I'm gonna try to steamroll through this real quick. So we're gonna do Unfaithfully Yours.
You're doing great.
Oh, that's a great film.
No, that's it. The end. No, there it is. Okay. Nastasia Kinski.
Man.
plays his other half. Basically, this is a remake, I believe, of a 1948 film with Rex Harrison. But basically, Dudley Moore is his famous composer, and he's got a very young wife, and he is alerted to her infidelity, and he has all these. It's almost like Ally McBeal before Ally McBeal. There's a lot of like imaginative thought processes going on before he actually tries to act them out. So the whole point is, because he feels she's cheating on him, he's going to murder her. And Armand Desante's in it, and a slew of other cats. And it's a fun picture, worth your while. I don't want to say it's a movie that you want to fold laundry to, like you kind of want to watch, maybe sip on something or tea or a beer, whatever you want to do. It's a good piece of work by Dudley Moore.
Watch it with your significant other and
Don't
decide based on them whether or not you need to take action.
Right.
Now I got to tell you, the next movie, Best Defense. Okay. Now I got to tell you, this one's an interesting copy I have. You see how that ribbon's coming out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was revisiting this recently, and there's multiple scenes where this woman, his boss, bends over quite a bit or has like, scantily clad photography on her. And the film in my VCR, as I point to it, kept getting real weird tracking around then. So what that told me was somebody was pausing it repeatedly, and making impression marks in the ribbon repeatedly. And it got to the point where my VCR spit it out and destroyed it.
Oh.
So there was no good defense on that one. Dudley Moore is the same wonderful, dry guy that we know and love in this film. What's weird about this movie, it's an interesting almost experiment, is they made the movie without Eddie Murphy attached. They just made it. And then upon reviewing, they said, we need somebody to save this film. And it wasn't that it was Dudley Moore's fault. It was just incomplete. It didn't have enough. So Dudley Moore was on, Eddie Murphy was on the heels of
hottest star in the country.
Trading Places.
And the commercial basically was the extent of his part in the movie.
100%.
They used it. They just used it to sell the movie.
100%. Yes.
I'm a big fan of Paydays.
Yeah, it's funny because the filmmakers, when you're watching it, it even says strategic guest star Eddie Murphy. They're not even shying away from it, which I totally respect. I think it's a killer move. It might make a lot of people scratch their heads, but I think it's solid. But basically, they attached him as a wraparound, and they inserted him. He's basically a tank tester, and Dudley Moore works for a defense company working on this part for the tank. And apparently they shot a scene together, but it ended up on the cutting room floor. But I will say Dudley is kinetic as he always is, energetic as he always is, engaging as he always is, funny. I mean, I could go on and on. And it works. Is it a good movie? Not really. Is it worth your watch?
Being disappointed.
Yeah. Is it worth a watch while you're folding laundry?
How much money did Eddie Murphy get paid for that? Basically for the commercial.
You know what's funny? I'm glad you brought that up, actually. God bless you. Apparently, he's on record of saying 4 men came into a room and offered him a lot of money. And he said, okay.
Wow. Well, that makes sense. Richie was his manager at the time, Richie Tankin. Kevin, you knew who he was, right?
Yes.
He owned the comic strip. But he used to manage me, but he managed Eddie Murphy right at that time.
Wow, holy shit.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That's
through
awesome connective tissue.
Yeah, Beverly Hills Cop, all those.
That's right. You mentioned that. Yes. Yeah. Did he pass away recently?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that, but yes, I recall.
It's okay. He lived a long life. He was a good man, good mentor. But yeah, Eddie Murphy, that makes sense at that time because he was so high. He had so much to do. Why not? Why not?
I mean, at that point, I think his agent was saying, take anything. This was probably, I mean, don't quote me here, probably pre Beverly Hills Cop.
Absolutely.
Not to take it away from Dudley, Beverly Hills Cop was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
So there's
absolutely.
that. So the next one is Mickey and Maude. We're getting through this. We're almost done. Mickey and Maude is an interesting Blake Edwards film, and this is the infidelity thing again, where he is with a woman, his wife, who is pro-career, less having kids. So he has an affair with Amy Irving, Steven Spielberg's, I believe, first wife. And she gets pregnant. He's going to break it off with his original wife. And she's like, oh, I'm pregnant too. So he's like, I'm going to make them both work. The end. But he is affable, slapsticky, fun. He's the clown that he is. It's actually a good piece of work. Totally recommend it. It's not incredible, but it's got some good moments in it. So if you're looking for a Dudley Moore movie, boom. So, will I ever get these camera cues down?
Point the other way.
Great. It's great. It's going great.
No, I appreciate that, but I think that you should go like George Lucas style, like CGI my camera cues the other way.
Well, we're going to need $100,000 for that.
Oh, come on now. So the next one is like a Freaky Friday Dudley Moore bit which is like father like son, and we're just going to say, hey,
this was funny. I liked it.
Yeah. It's there was a slew of these. It was vice versa, like father like son. Oh, I got it. Yeah. It's fine. Dudley Moore's up to his usual hijinks. It's great.
It's just, you're right though. It's a premise that's been done way too many times. But
I think they reintroduced it to the 80s because it was like ripe for that kind of like, redoing, dare I say? Because I don't love remakes. Some work. Most, in my opinion, don't. Or redos, if you will. But sometimes you have a concept that can, benefit from other exploring. And I think this might have been one of them. It wasn't bad. Moving along, we've got Arthur 2. And I got to be honest, the only part in this movie that I actually liked was with Arthur and Sir John Gielgud. Beyond that, I thought the movie was meh. So
I got to watch it again. Were there three of them?
No.
Just two.
No. There's a scene with him and Sir John Gielgud, and they're just walking through, I think it was like a Christmas tree lot. But it was like really like emotional and just it's wonderful to see them together. And I hate to say, in my opinion, maybe the movie wasn't all that rad. So when you got to that scene with the two of them, you were like, oh my gosh, thank God. But because John Gielgud's fantastic in anything he does. And I think together it was just like a nice reunion. No disrespect to Liza Minnelli. But moving on in his career, we have Crazy People. We're getting to the end of the segment. Now, a lot of people love this movie. I thought it was just okay. See? Yeah.
I loved it. I love this movie.
Tell me a little bit about why you love it, if you don't mind.
Okay, so Dudley Moore is an advertising executive who suddenly
truth in advertising.
Yeah. Well, what happens is he suddenly I don't know why he gets. I think he gets put in the asylum. He has a breakdown. I'm trying to remember, but he's in this asylum with all these crazy people, and as he's hanging out with them, he realizes that they have great, honest, like ways of describing brands.
And that's what it was. That's what actually landed him. So as you said, he was an advertising, dude, ad guy, and he started doing like things like buy Volvo because you shit too, or just whatever, just truth in advertising. So everything was like pulling the wool and bullshit aside, and that's actually why this movie works on a level for me. Aside from Dudley Moore. No,
I loved it too when they came up with a bad one because they had a lot of good ones, but sometimes one guy would come up, he'd be like Sony, Boney.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. Hey,
he's just like no.
But that's okay. That's the highlight, in my opinion, of the film in terms of the gimmick. But Moore is very good in it. But I think it's just not my favorite. But there's a lot of people who just love this movie. It's almost cult at this point. I'm part of all these.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I'm part of these like VHS groups or whatever on Facebook and whatever, and people jock this movie. And it's usually like Gen Z, like younger cats. And that's great that it's finding new life. But I will say, though, if you have any interest in doing a deep dive or just a mild dive on Dudley Moore's life, there's a lot to be had on YouTube. You just do Dudley Moore bio. And Oprah Winfrey even has this segment in her show where she visits his house in Venice Beach. And it's like a real personal Barbara Walters thing, if you will, but it's Oprah style.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's actually pretty badass. And he gets like very personal, and it's worth your 20 minutes. And I think at the end of the day, he was a gifted clown, if you will. He was absolutely an improv artist, absolutely a slapstick, pratfall physical comedian. And I just hope he has another life in terms of his work from here on out, as opposed to just being like falling by the wayside. Because obviously there's new content just inundating our lives every single day. So at the end of the day, I celebrate Dudley Moore.
Very nice.
Oral report, first one down.
That's great.
Always a fun
fantastic.
segment. Always.
That was fantastic.
I'm going to get a side note. Never do that again. Ever.
No.
Stick to sex comedies.
No,
dude, I loved it. It was great.
Fantastic.
That's nice of you. I appreciate it.
I got some movies on my list. Yeah.
Cool, man. Yeah, it's a fun marathon. Absolutely. Anything with Dudley Moore is a good time. More or
I'd
less.
also love to see, you sort of touched on a little bit of a recurring theme of Moore and Sir John Gielgud, and I'd love to see just two people that really click through multiple movies and the range that they can do
absolutely.
together. That's to me a very interesting thing when that chemistry is there and it can go through several different genres.
Oddly enough, it was Peter Cook and Dudley Moore in Beyond the Fringe, and not only, but also Peter Cook was his kind of right-hand man back in the day when he was doing the comedic reviews. And that was a partnership that, kind of worked really well. Almost like, Monty Python with John Cleese and Eric Idle and so on and so forth. But you're absolutely correct. There's something there for sure.
It's funny. A lot of the greats.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Scott.
I was just going to ask, when is VHS making a comeback? Or
oddly enough, it is.
No.
Can you believe it? It's the future.
Yeah, no. Everything old is new again.
I mean, it is in this area, bro. It is in this area. Yeah.
You mean it left?
Yeah, where'd it go?
Right?
But so to Dudley Moore.
But a lot of the greats to Dudley Moore.
Cheers.
And to Scott.
Yes. Nice to know you, my friend.
Fun guest.
Scott.
No doubt.
Nice to meet you.
No doubt, even though he's not that good at judging TikTok contests.
He's the best.
I actually missed that. I hate to say that I missed that.
Him.
I hate to say that I missed that segment, so I'm going to go back and watch it. But it's always a whirlwind for me to get to sit right here before I sit right here.
Yeah. Well, no worries,
I'll
man.
watch
You're
it.
always great.
No,
You're
that's
always
nice of
great.
you.
It was a lot of fun. Scott, seriously, you can come back anytime you want, buddy.
Thanks, man. It was great to be here. That was fun.
Fun.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
Anything you want to promote before we check out here? What do you got going, man?
No, man.
Paintings?
Yeah, check out. There's some good indie films I did, the past few years. Dave Made a Maze. Check that out.
Okay.
Get Big. Yeah, there's some. They need some love. They're streaming. And I think this our Mondo. Sorry, what's your name?
Mondo Video.
Mondo Video.
Yeah.
Anthony. That's right. Yeah. Because I think you'd like Dave Made a Maze.
Cool. Yeah, I actually looked at your IMDb. You got some credits.
I get a vibe for the kind of movies this guy likes.
Cool. Right on. I'll check it out, man. Absolutely.
Guys, on the bottom, there's the support for the show. If you guys like the show, and we're going to continue to make it and change it and make it grow. And hopefully with your help, we can, actually make a dime.
Danny, I have one thing to ask.
Yes, sir.
It looks like there's a broken sprinkler behind you. You may want to call the Water and Power Company.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time.
That's the Department of Environmental Protection, and they'll take care of it.
Really,
okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
God damn it.
Absolutely.
God damn it.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Could be because I'm leaning against the green screen, but
why you gotta spoil it for everybody? It was a real water main burst.
I know.
Man.
I couldn't resist. Some people are going to be watching. They're going to be like, wow. Anyway, they're going to think there's a sprinkler, and I don't want them to panic that I'm going to drown. That's all I'm saying.
Geyser in Times Square.
Yeah, that's a movie.
New Faithful.
There you go.
And the title.
Geyser in Times Square.
Yeah.
You got alligators coming out, giant alligators.
That's the sequel.
Okay.
Come on now.
We should just end the show before we write a horrible movie.
No, that
Thank you,
sounds
guys.
like a sci-fi movie right there. Channel. See you guys. Let's hang out after.
Nope.